Okay, so if you see down here, here's a little squash plant coming up. So his seeds were left there from, the year before. So in this whole patch, I had an assortment of squashes growing. But this year, we're going to plant tomatoes all up in here. So it'll be the whole assortment of the regular tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes, and the Roma tomatoes. And we sell them right here at the street. So
if you can see,
close.
I don't know if you can see in the camera because I really can't see through here, but it's right there.
Yeah, it's very close, and tomatoes we'll be picking all the time. We pick some that are green and sell them because people like to fry them, and then we'll pick some that are totally red and some that are maybe a little mixture, not quite ready with all red, maybe still a little orange or yellow on them, because people like them all different ways. And they may not use all the tomatoes within a day or two when they're totally ripe. So this will be tomatoes, but one reason we kind of know what we plant in each of our little plots, because you want to rotate that from year to year. If I just kept putting squash in here, it would have built up various diseases and insects that live in the soil and they call it overwintering in the soil. And so if I put another batch of squash in here, then it might pick up some of the diseases that were here last year or some of the insects. So by switching to a totally different crop, you can avoid some of that. Because like I've said in the past, we try to grow as organically as we can, and that's one way to do it. Another crop that's super bad about getting nematodes is okra. And if you plant okra, you are going to have nematodes. And tomatoes are very, very bad about getting nematodes, which are these little microscopic worms that live in the soil, and they'll enter through the roots of the plant, and then they make big galls all over it. So they prevent the roots from taking up food and water, which means you don't have a very vigorous plant, so it can't really give you a bunch of tomatoes or okra even. But if we had okra in here and then I followed with tomatoes, it would just be a disaster. It'd be a wasted crop. So let's just say we had okra in here last year. This year I would want to plant something like corn, sweet corn or something, because corn is really a grass and nematodes don't really do anything to that kind of grass. So you kind of just have to switch things out, knowing you got certain diseases that get on one crop from year to year, and you need to pick something that the same diseases are not getting on. And that's called crop rotation.